I'm Carrick Flynn, and I'm running for Congress. I'm a born Oregonian. I grew up in Vernonia, a very small, poor logging town up in the forests in the mountains. Even by the tough standards of the place, my family struggled. A lot of our food came from food banks, and the clothes came in boxes from churches. In 1996, a 1 in 500-year flood scraped about half the town off the valley floor. That was the half we lived in. We lost almost everything. We were homeless for about 7 months. And even after, the financial cost, the stress, the vulnerability and exposure, it was something I'm not sure we ever really recovered from. My mother certainly didn't. Coming from my background, I was not college bound. But my senior year, through more luck than skill, I got a full scholarship, including living expenses. So I went to college. And then I got lucky again, and I got into Yale Law School. After graduating and passing the bar, I pursued a public interest career. I did global health and institution building in some of the poorest places in the world. I eventually moved into policy work, particularly policy around shaping the development of technology. I recognize that technology has a huge impact on people's lives. It affects how wealthy and safe we are. It can protect us from disasters, or it can cause them. I went to work at Oxford, where I co-founded the Center for the Governance of AI. And while at Oxford, I also got involved with pandemic prevention work. Then, next, I moved to DC to work as research faculty at Georgetown. My focus was again on high-impact technologies. As part of this work, I consulted for Congress, marked up draft bills, and shaped legislation. I was also able to advise the White House and shape policy on some important export control issues, helping to shift the supply chains of billions of dollars of sensitive equipment. I also worked on legislation that, if passed, should bring thousands of high-paying semiconductor jobs to Oregon. After COVID broke out, I left Georgetown and went back to pandemic prevention, full-time this time. I worked to channel the recommendations of approximately 125 of the world's best experts into a policy blueprint and a budget. Then, with my team, we tried to get it implemented. This plan was very good and likely would be able to stop almost all pandemics. The White House was enthusiastic about it, and if you Google it, in the newspapers it's called Biden's Pandemic Prevention Plan. It made it into the first version of the infrastructure bill, but was stripped from the second for cost savings. Watching Congress struggle to do anything to prevent the next pandemic, even after this one cost 800,000 lives and trillions of dollars, it galvanized me. This experience, alongside those of my childhood, and along with the encouragement of my friends and family, convinced me to run. If elected, I will fight for pandemic preparedness, create high-paying, family-supporting jobs, and transitioning to a green economy, which will fight climate change without leaving anyone behind. Thank you.